Hey everyone, it's Jason, and welcome to Dragon Ball Super Card Game Fusion World. We have a brand new starter deck for Bardock, also introducing the 5th color. So we had the original 4 decks, and then the extra decks we had with the yellows, blues, greens, and yellow, blue, green, red. And now we're adding the black colors. I figured they would eventually add anyhow. I'll just kind of show them the thing, but it's just, number 5. So we're going to see what, I don't think what kind of black is going to do. We do have the deck list on the side there. We'll look at that when we get there. So what all comes in here, of course, is a ready-to-play 51 card deck, 50 cards plus your starter character, energy marker, play sheet, a bonus pack, a promotion code for the digital. So that way you can go ahead and redeem this, and you can add this into your online game right away. And like all the other videos, I'll probably end up adding that in there too, and we'll take a look at some of the stuff in there, maybe play a match and try it online. I don't know if it'll come out right after this video or not. Also, a total of 7 cards in this deck have hollow versions. The bonus pack includes one of them. So that's kind of fun as well. Alright, so let's crack this open and see what good old Bardock does for us. So all the different colors so far have been focusing on kind of like 1 or 2 different worlds or themes. So there's our starter thing. So it's like red was, red tended to be focused around the Universal Survivor arc or the battle arc there, the super stuff like that. Green was Cell/Android Saga or into Brawly. Blue was Future Trunks stuff with Zamuza. And then it kind of dipped a little bit into Majin Buu with Vegeta, but didn't get too much into that yet. And then yellow has been all of the kind of like Frieza army stuff. So like Frieza, Cooler, things like that. So Ginyu Force went that direction. So black right now has Bardock. So my wondering is it going to be like the Master Series, which is the original version of the game, where we're going to get the black jumped into the Xenoverse stuff, and all that. So this map is the same as the previous one. Nothing else looks like it says any new things. Yes, I wonder if it's gonna go into like the Xeno Saga, or the Super, or the Heroes, which is like the alternate reality type stuff. So it'll be interesting to see that. We do have our digital version here. We'll look at this one in a minute. Yeah, 7 types in total, 1 booster pack. I hate that. That's always frustrating. So before I even jump into this, I do want to mention that they have an update, and I'll talk more about this when we get in, and we'll look at when we do the video for this deck. It'd be a fun time to do that. Is they added a new update where you can, I don't remember exactly what it was called off the top of my head, but you get a play mode where you can just hop in and play preset matches. So basically it's like, I don't have a deck, I haven't bought any money on cards, I haven't done it, but I want to try out the game. So you can hop in and it'll give you a pre-made deck to play as, a randomly assembled one. You can play against somebody else. So I think that's a really cool idea for 2 reasons. Is one, again, if you haven't played the game yet, or you don't have enough money to buy a bunch of the starters and you haven't grinded enough to buy a bunch of cards to customize your decks. Oh, I purchased a starter deck, I tried it out, but I like to see what else there is before I put more money into it. That's a neat way to do it. Plus, it's a neat way to just see what other combinations there are. Because there's 2 full sets out at this point. Hopefully there's a 3rd set coming out with this to go with the black stuff. But yeah, it's a way like, it's always neat to like look at how other decks are built or other people do stuff. It seemed like playing like online Magic the Gathering stuff when they had like pre-built decks, because it gives you the idea of like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of doing it this way, or I wouldn't have tried this. That's kind of a neat idea for this. So we'll definitely look at that in the next video. Other side of this is the code, so I'm obviously not going to show you, even though I'll probably have used it before we get this video posted, but just so nobody tries it. Alright, yeah, so we have our 5 colors, so we're not going to look like their 6th color, and like Digimon also had white, but maybe they might be something different. So here's our leader card, Saiyan and Bardock's crew, so it's kind of like Frieza had Frieza's army, Cooler had his stuff. Alright, so we're going to probably read a lot of these. So, 1500 power, pretty standard. When attacking, draw a card. Awaken can be activated during active main base battles if the conditions are met. When your life is at 4 or less, draw a card, then flip this over. So, pretty standard. Then the backside is we get the cool foil. It's kind of neat, like it highlights the lines on his costume. I like that they just had him powering up and they didn't make him go Super Saiyan. Like, I know he goes Super Saiyan in some of the Xeno stuff and all that, but I'm glad they kept him, like, just, like, as if he was during, like, the movies or whatever. When attacking, draw a card. This card gets 5,000 power during the battle. Active your turn once per turn. The top card of your deck and use up to 1 battle card with Bardock's crew and its special traits in a combo. Place the rest on the top or bottom of its owner's deck. Interesting. That's neat. Because they'll probably have other stuff that just power up a character, give you an extra boost, untap characters, stuff like that. This basically lets him find his Bardock crew and let you combo them. So it's really neat because it's going to go with that, but it also means you're going to have the Bardock crew specifically in your deck. Awesome. Alright, so then our next card is we have 2 copies of Great Ape Bardock. So also gets the Great Ape in there. 30,000 attack, 10,000. And then down here, of course, when it says B1, it's just mean you need 1 black up there, so it's the 1 extra pip. They just kind of put it in the corner, so if you're holding it in your hand and you're flipping like this, you can easily see what the cost is, which is kind of neat. Like, I need this many pips. And then the top corner would be exactly. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so it's kind of neat. We do have a foil here. We have 2 copies of a super rare Kakarot. This might be the first Kakarot we got, too. There's foil sitting in his baby chair. The same pod. On play, place 1 card from your hand at the top or bottom of its owner's deck. If you don't have an energy marker, you place 1 energy marker. Ooh. That is fun, because it gives you a reason to play your energy marker right off the bat. So or like whenever you have a chance to get it back. And so far, this is the 2nd instance of them getting to place cards back on the top of the bottom of your deck. And it'll let you stack your deck a bit. I also love he has a power of 2. That is just so funny. They didn't make it like 100 or something. Just, 2. Like, so super insignificant. Without literally being 0. That's pretty funny. We have 4 copies of Fasha. Also from Bardock's crew. On play, draw a card. Very good. Interesting here. So are we going to get a little combination of stuff? So we have 4 copies of Son Gohan. Or Grandpa Gohan, as it would be, who's our new super combo card. Costs 7 to play, but he has maximum 4 super combos can be placed in your deck. So every color has to have a super combo. So we have each booster set has had a different one. Plus, I think there's been 1 in each starter deck. So I think there's 3 for each color now, except for black. During your opponent's turn, when this card is combo from your hand, it's 10,000. So basically, get an extra boost if you play this from your hand, instead of playing them normally. That's cool. It might be the 1 oddball card in this set, but that's fine. We have 4 copies of Tora. 2 costs for 20,000. When attacking, up to 1 card from your life deck to your hand, then look at the top card of your deck and place it on top of its owner's deck or in its owner's drop. Interesting. It's interesting that it says to look at the top card of your deck and then place it on top of its owner's deck or in its owner's drop. So are there going to be ways to put your opponent's cards in your deck? Or is that just a weird way for them just to like I don't know why they didn't just say on top of your deck or your drop area. But maybe once they figure you grab a card, they should specify the owner of it. Interesting. Yeah, again, you can opt to put it wherever you need it. Let you manipulate your deck a little bit. We have 4 copies of Borgos, also from Bardock, so just a 1500, but 1 drop. Then we have 4 copies of Dodoria from Frieza's army. So interesting, we're going to get a Frieza card in here, but it just kind of makes sense because Bardock Saga, he was probably around. Your turn, once per turn, when you use a card and combo this cards in battle, draw 1 card. Nice, if you combo into him, gaining extra ability. I love this one. This is the most hilarious card I've ever seen. 4 copies of Nappa Adolescence. So this is his adolescence form, because he has hair. But he still looks like regular Nappa, just with hair. Permanent, this card is in your battle area, and if you have a card in your combo area, this card gains 5,000 power. Alright, so that's like the secondary thing that Black is doing. It looks like gaining bonuses for playing combos. So they're going to be really combo heavy focused deck, it looks like. Then we have 4 copies of a Bardock. We need some regular Bardocks in here. Once per turn, when you use a card in a combo, this card is in battle, play up to 1 battle card at the cost of 2 or less, and Bardock's crew and a special trait from your hand. So yeah, so Bardock specifically in Black is going to work on focusing on getting his crew out to help boost them up or using them in combos. We're going to have a lot of comboing in here. You do have this one, which is interesting. 2 copies of Super Saiyan Bardock. So I figured we'd probably get one at some point. Yeah, definitely super rare there. Double Strike puts 2 damage to have 1. Active battle your turn once per turn. If you have 2 or more cards in your combo area, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Yeah, that's cool. So again, he plays a lot more. Usually, I'll play 1 combo. Giving you bonuses for playing multiple combos, and you can just KO one of your opponent's cards. So that's pretty cool. Just need more ways of recovering combos. 4 copies of Shugish, one of his other Bardock crew members, which is really fun. Get more of them, guys. Seems smart. Characters don't normally think about. 4 copies of Frieza from Frieza's clan. When attacking, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with a cost of 3 or less, and saying in its special traits, and KO it. Then, if you have an energy marker, choose up to 1 field in your opponent's battle area and place it in its owner's drop. That's funny because it's very thematic, and I like that too. One of your opponent's battle cards is a cost of 3 or less in saying. So basically, if this Frieza card is one of your opponent's saying cards, you can KO it. And if you still have your energy marker, so if you saved it up to turn 4, you can also destroy their field. Like, basically, I'm destroying your saying, and then I'm destroying your saying planet behind it. That's kind of fun. Hit or miss though if your opponent has a saying deck or not. So it's kind of the downside there. Energy marker, but we did have that one early card that let us Kakarot, which let us play an extra energy marker. So you can always save that up for later, and then that way you can use this when you need it. It's kind of cool. Alright, then we have 4 copies of Vegeta Youth to go with our Nappa Adolescence, who has critical, which card with an attack life is placed in the drop. Nice. That's pretty fun. So those are our basic cards. Then we have some extras. We have 2 copies of Resisting Destiny. Active battle. Choose your leader up to 1 of your battle cards. It gets 15,000 power for the battle. And if you have a card in your combo area, draw a card. So again, working with the combos, which is really cool. And then 2 copies of A Lonesome Final Battle. This is a field card, we needed a new one of those. Active Battle. Switch this card to rest mode with the top 2 cards from the top of your deck and place it in the top or bottom of their owner's deck in any order. Yeah, so you just say once you pick it up, now it's... Once you have that card specifying put it on the owner's deck instead of your deck, just probably not because you're putting your opponent's cards in your deck for any reason. There might be instances of that at some point, but I think it's also just your deck is you're drawing from your deck specifically, but then once you have a card, it's saying if you picked up this card and it's in your hand, it could be from anything. But yeah, that's kind of neat. So you can rest this to get you an option to like stack your deck. I need a different card, so let me put these guys back on the bottom of my deck, and I can get these, or I know what card I have coming up next, which is kind of cool. Also might work very well at the Trunks deck, where he had stuff that wanted to go in the bottom. He wanted Trunks at the bottom of his deck at some point. That could be helpful. Or, again, maybe combining this with, like, Frieza's stuff. And Frieza's army or Cooler or Ginyu Force, where they're looking for them specific types of characters. Like, the red ones did that too, they needed stuff from Universe 7. So it could also help combo some of them other cards. Then the last one is we have our white back card instead of our traditional black, which is just our energy marker. Nice to just give you an extra one of these in case you did not have one. Alright, then let's open up the booster pack and see what are 1 of 7 cards. I'm guessing they are just, if I think correctly, they're just foils. Alt foils of cards that already exist. So it's not like a new promo card. Which that case, I'm not as mad if there's 7. Yeah, it's just foil versions of the other cards. It's not so bad. Nap Adolescence has a little star on the bottom. Yeah, so there's 7 different cards you could potentially gotten. But it's not so bad. At least it's not like a promo card. I hate when starter decks are like, here's a promo card. There's 1 of 4. So I gotta buy 4 of these to get that. You know, so that's kind of the bummer there. Alright, yeah, so black seems kind of fun because it gets you a lot of combo and stuff. So if you're like comboing, you're gonna want to jump into the black stuff. So yeah, I didn't, when I purchased this, I didn't see any new card sets out, so hopefully one's either coming, this got released a little bit early. But yeah, hopefully you get some more starter, or some more booster packs that have some more black cards in them. And I know when they release stuff, they want to try and keep them even per color. And I almost hope, since this is the first time black's appearing, is rather than making it a larger set, is cut the other 4 colors down a bit and give black more, and maybe make it a little bit better. So instead of it being like 25 cards for each, and it's a 100 card set, instead of making it 125, maybe cut the other 4 cards down to like 15 each, you know, and then try and make the blacks that maybe have it like 105 or something. That's just a rough example. I just don't like when they make all the stuff really super, keep extending the size of the deck. So there we go, we got all our different cards. Kind of neat to have the little symbols by them as well. There's just a deck list in case you were curious. And then it says anything else on the back or anything, then just, yeah, it does show Bardock on the outside. Cool, that's what we have for Dragon Ball Fusion World. So yeah, we'll check out that new feature and this deck in one of the upcoming videos. See you guys later. Bye.